the Federal Republic of Mona, faith has not been a private matter. It has never been. For as long as Mona's tribes have shared this land, across deserts and rainforests, across rivers and plains, belief has shaped how people lead, how they vote, how they negotiate, and how they make peace. To understand Mona's politics, you must first understand what Monans believe. Mona recognizes 4 major faith traditions. Each has its own history, its own values, its own relationship with power, and we will begin our quest in the south. The faith of Lumina. Its followers are called Luminites, and the center of their belief is a simple but powerful conviction. They believe that truth and honesty are not just moral virtues, they are sacred obligations. Lumina teaches that Arua, the supreme light, is the source of all truth and purity. To walk in that light through honesty, compassion, and faithful living is to invite prosperity. To turn away from it is to court darkness and ruin. Luminites pray at sunrise and at sunset. They light a lamp in their homes each day as a symbol of that commitment. When they greet one another, they say, "Walk in the light, my brother. Walk in the light, my sister." Politically, the faith of Lumina does not seek to dominate governance, but it does shape it. Politicians across Mona align themselves with Lumina ideas: transparency, civic honesty, accountability, because Luminite communities expect it of their leaders. In the southern and coastal provinces, where Luminites are powerfully concentrated, a reputation for moral integrity is not optional. It is the price of political relevance. The faith is also growing, and rapidly, with organized youth fellowships and media outreaches carrying its message into urban centers across the country. But internally, there is a tension between conservative elders and a younger generation of reformers who want the faith to speak more boldly on social issues. Does this sound familiar? Moving to the north and into Mona's interior, we find the path of Virian. Its followers are Virians, and their faith begins with a question that has driven human civilization since the very beginning. What does it mean to live justly? Virians believe that life is a moral test weighed by Ariam, the judge of hearts, and that test is measured against the 9 measures of virtue, which are patience, justice, humility, loyalty, wisdom, courage, mercy, temperance, and integrity. Virians keep daily virtue journals, they hold weekly reflections, and they practice confession and moral renewal. They carry a silver scale pendant as a symbol of balance in all things. Their greetings is usually "Balance be with you, balance be with you." The path of Virian has a uniquely strong relationship with law and governance. Historically, many of Mona's judges, administrators, and civil servants at the senior levels have been Virian. The faith emphasizes on meritocracy, lawful leadership, and inner accountability, and this has made it a neutral home for those who believe in governance as a moral calling, not just a political one. Within the faith, a divide has emerged between traditionalists who strictly hold to the idea of a moral code and progressives who believe the 9 measures must be applied to systemic injustice, not just personal conduct. Both camps claim the same scripture. Both believe the other is missing a point. In the northern provinces, where Varian influence is strongest, this internal debate quietly shapes legislative priorities. In Mona's Middle Belt and western rural regions, the oldest faith still breathes. It is called the cult of Omuja. Its followers call themselves the children of clay, and that name tells you everything. Omuja is the god of earth and decay, and to the children of clay, decay is not a tragedy, it is a promise. All things return to the soil, all things are reborn from it. Death is not an ending, it is only a renewal. Their rituals are tied to the land: crop sacrifices, dust feasts during harvest season, tree planting before and after funerals, a whispered blessing to Omuja before every meal. Politically, the cult of Omuja is largely neutral. They are deliberately so. Their priests are called earth seers, and they are consulted on matters of land, agriculture, and planting seasons, but they do not campaign, they don't endorse, they are just consulted. And yet, in a nation where a dispute over land rights has just ignited a crisis, the voice of a tradition that treats soil as sacred carries a particular authority. Do not underestimate it. Finally, in Mona's eastern and coastal regions, we have the Order of Izora. Its followers are known as keepers of the flow, and their faith is built around one of nature's most enduring metaphors: water. Izora is the goddess of rivers and secrets, a figure that connects the living to the spirit world through the movement of water. To live well, the keepers of the flow teach that one must flow. You must stay adaptable, stay spiritually clean, never damn yourself with pride or rigidity. Each morning, a keeper of the flow pours the first cup of water into the earth as an offering. They wear blue, the color of wisdom and movement, and their prophets, the water mothers and current men, are believed to speak with the tide. Politically, the Order of Izora avoids direct engagement, but culturally, its influence is profound. Leaders across Mona, regardless of their own faith, often seek river blessings before major decisions, before coronations or before campaigns, and even before treaties. In recent years, Izora's festivals have become some of the most attended cultural events in the countries, even drawing tourists, artists, and a new generation of followers from across the world. Something where faith has struggled to perform in the modern world. It has been a reason to slow down. 4 faiths exist in Mona, 4 distinct relationships with power, land, justice, and community. In a nation as diverse as Mona, religion is rarely the only factor in any political equation, but it is almost always a factor. When delegates debate resource rights, land has spiritual meaning to some in that room. When delegates argue about governance, moral accountability is a religious conviction for others. When the question of peace arises, faith communities will be among the first asked to help hold it. Understanding what people believe is not a distraction from politics. In Mona, it is politics.